It is currently, it's like 9 something at night right now. Excuse my hair, excuse my makeup. Like, I just took off my makeup, but like eyeliner's still on there. Baby wipes, they get most of the shit off. So, yeah. So, I was gonna make this video on, just kind of depression and kind of like mental illness in itself and like my experience with it and stuff. I struggle from depression and some anxiety to a degree, but not like anxiety where I just like, you know, all the time. I deal with that in certain stress levels and stuff. I deal with a lot of stress and a lot of depression. My depression kind of started in the summer going into 7th grade. So I think that was summer of 2013, right? No, 2014. Summer 2014, because I was turning 13. I had this friend who was kind of suicidal. Really suicidal. And, of course, I met him on the internet, because I meet a lot of my friends on the internet. I met him through a mutual friend of ours, Alyssa, who is, like, my best friend, one of my bestest friends in the entire world. And, to get his way, he would make you feel bad, so he'd say, I'm gonna kill myself, let me do this and stuff. And he even asked me for nudes, and at the time, when he was asking me for nudes, I was 12 years old. I didn't turn 13 till July 10th, but I met him kind of before then, so yeah, he asked me for nudes when I was like 12 years old and 13. He'd always say it would be because a friend dared him to, but I always knew. But I mean, come on, really? So yeah. So he'd do that, and then I'd always say no because I didn't have a tablet like this. I had like the Nook HD with like no camera or anything, just a microphone, and I just did not know how to work it and stuff. So yeah. Oh my god, my hair. So yeah, and then he had a girlfriend too, so that really kind of pissed me off. But I mean, I was kind of flirting with him and he was flirting back, so I was just an attention whore and he was just as a fuckboy, and we were both at fault. But that has been resolved. Me and his girlfriend are actually pretty close. Not like really, really close, like, hey girl, what's up? Kind of close, like, kind of a, hey, let's talk about something. And I play with my hair a shit ton, so if you get annoyed at that, I'm so sorry. It's just my hair has been really weird today. So, yeah, so that happened. And then along with that, we had another friend, Alyssa's ex-boyfriend, who was very suicidal, and I helped him do it. And the thing I'm bringing them up is because before then I've always knew suicide was like a thing, and like cutting and stuff was like a thing. It's just I never thought of, doing it or like seen anybody do it or heard of anyone doing it. So knowing people who are suicidal, it kind of thought, oh, I could probably use this as a cop-out, my 12, 13-year-old brain, I could use this as a cop-out. That brought a lot of sadness to me because I had to help them out of doing it, and along with that, they had to help me. And it got pretty serious at one point to where I was self-harming. And I don't want anybody else's self-harm. I probably wouldn't have dealt with as bad depression because I do have a lot of backstory with my dad. Just an overrun. He chronic alcoholic, did lots of other drugs, and he was very abusive. And yeah, so I grew up in a pretty abusive environment till I was about 9 or 10, and yeah. He'd hit me over like the stupidest things, like I didn't get a math problem, or I wasn't understanding something, or I was standing up for myself. Honestly, he would do that when I was standing up for myself, and I'd be standing up for myself, saying, oh my god, you're such an asshole, you know? So that's kind of like an overview of stuff, and it really kind of like traumatized me a bit and stuff, but you know, yeah. And then I dealt with that all of 7th grade year to a point where I actually did almost kill myself, and I wrote a suicide note in class. Remember, I'm 13. I was 13 at the time, and then I lost it. Someone found it, and I talked to the counselor, and then I ended up having to get a therapist, all this jazz. And I'm currently not seeing a therapist at the moment. I might, and through that came a lot of coming out as like, first as like gay to my mom and stuff, and then soon realizing I like being a guy, honestly. So yeah, there was that, and still that. It's hard to like you know, move on from something you've known for so long or you're very familiar with, and I still slip into depression, and I still slip into those moments where I like almost, you know, do it or almost do something, and I don't think anybody should have to feel that way. I honestly don't want to wish any pain on anybody at all, and I don't think if you're suicidal or you're cutting or you're burning your skin or like self-harming yourself or you're depressed, you know, and you're not doing anything, and you're just kind of laying in bed and not wanting to get up, I suggest you at least go online and look for some resources and stuff. I have a lot, like, to my anxiety, and just remember, guys, I don't take any medication for this at all. My anxiety isn't really that bad. It only comes kind of during the school year, and I think it's just stress. I think I'm just like over exaggerating stress a little bit. So yeah, I think I deal with a lot of stress issues I have, and a lot of anger issues, a lot of like built up anger and a lot of built up feelings, because I don't like to show my feelings. I just kind of am happy. I'm known as this really happy kid who sometimes smacks people, you know, and when I do get mad, it's a huge thing, you know, oh my god, you know, Sanders mad, you know, and it's pretty crazy. Sorry, I just kind of heard someone outside my door. The reason I'm filming so late is because I don't want anyone hearing me. I also deal with a lot of body image issues, too, of course, you know, like a lot of other people do, and it's something that's, like, not, you know, that, oh, you know, everyone doesn't really like their body, you know, or you're always gonna hate an aspect of your body and stuff, and that is true. You know, maybe you don't like your boobs, or maybe you don't like how your hands are, or something. But the way I have it is where I just don't like my stomach and chest and just kind of this big region here a lot. Like, I don't mind my face. My face is okay. My mind's a little sick, but that's okay. You know, and a lot of the stuff that I deal with, that's why I like turn to music a lot, and like, I don't make music. I don't make music. I listen to a lot of music, and my main bands that I listen to are Panic! At the Disco, Fall Out Boy, and 21 Pilots, and then I have those like kind of side bands like Breaking Benjamin, a little Black Veil Brides, a little Pierce the Veil, All Time Low, and 5 Seconds of Summer and stuff. But like some of those bands I only listen to when I'm in a really good mood, especially 5 Seconds of Summer, because they're very kind of, you know, poppy bands, so I've got to listen to them when I'm in a little bit more happy mood. Oh wait, My Chemical Romance is also a main band for me. Can't be emo unless you listen to My Chem. I'm also in the drum line, so I do a lot of drumming and I do a lot of, stuff. And I found out what really helps with my mental illnesses and helps with me get over some of that stuff is like working out, So like I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I also do homework, so I end up spending, till like 1 a.m. on homework, and that is not good. I don't suggest it to anybody. But if you have to do it because you have to deal with your mental illness, because you have to deal with your depression, anxiety, stress, body dysphoria first, because you always want to put that first. Doesn't matter what your mental illness is, how mild or how extreme it is, put that first. I don't care. I think that every mental illness, every thing about someone is real. Like, bipolar is real. I deal with my friend, one of my good friends, she deals with depression and anxiety, and like ADHD and stuff like that, and she's like, she gets super on edge at times, especially in school, because she could have like this family life going on that's making her depressed, and then on top of that she's got all this homework she has to do, and she always bites off more than she chews, but she always seems to finish it and does a really good job, and I'm jealous of that. Honestly, I'm completely jealous of her, because she's like, I'm gonna do this, and she does it, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, I can't do this. So that's why I'm really jealous. If you can do that, then I'm really jealous of you, because I always try. The thing is I might not finish something, or I might not complete something, or it might not be, my best work, but I put everything I have into it, and it's like, and people are always like, so yeah. Oh my gosh, 12-minute video. Okay, so if you want me to talk more in depth about like any topics, any like subtopics that I talked about in here, let me know. I'll also kind of put like a suicide prevention hotline down there for like worldwide, Canada, US, maybe UK. I won't be able to put one, for, of course, every single country, but I'll put some in the big, like, major countries like US and Canada, I think, and then like worldwide, 100 number or something like that. And then, don't ever be afraid to ask for help, because you are not weak when you ask for help. You are not fully destroyed when you ask for help. When you ask for help, you are possibly at your strongest point, because you had to get up and you had to go to someone and you had to say, I'm pretty fucked up. I need someone to unfuck me up a little bit. And it's okay to be fucked up. It's okay to be different and weird. And as long as it's your true self, I don't care.